The multilingual way of learning additional languages for older, early multilinguals has not been studied yet in much detail. With older, early multilinguals, I mean those who have started their multilingual journey very early on and kept on adding more languages to their repertoire. So I just wanted to share my observations that span over the last 40-ish years of being multilingual and knowing what staying multilingual across the lifespan entails. Multilinguals have an advantage when learning languages, and when the additional languages are in some way similar to the ones we already know, we can have a more natural, spontaneous, intuitive kind of approach at first, which then can mix with a more systematic one if we want to learn the new language more thoroughly. When the additional languages differ considerably from those we already know, our approach is tendentially more systematic. I say tendentially because even then, it can happen that we focus on similarities in sounds and intonations, words, and then proceed with learning the grammatical structure, the patterns of the language, etc. Fact is that the more languages we learn, the broader our linguistic baseline is, and the easier we can add other languages to our repertoire. I like to consider it as a multilingual continuum that allows us to foster our multilingual competence, just to use the term by Lee Wei and Vivian Cook. Being an early or simultaneous multilingual is though no guarantee for a constant and lifelong learning and improving journey. Some consciously or unconsciously suppress some or most of their languages or prefer using only some or one of them. I would rather distinguish between multilinguals who keep their languages afloat, alive, with those who do this with a minimum effort on one side of the multilingual continuum, and those who consciously and consistently improve their language skills, and here I mean of all or several of their languages on the other side of the continuum. These latter ones benefit then also from the cognitive advantage. In fact, the beneficial effects of multilingualism on the aging brain only happens if the muscle of the brain is consistently trained and expands. This can only happen if we nurture our languages, and I refer here to the studies by Ellen Bialystok, Thomas Bach, Arturo Hernandez, just to name a few. But knowing how multilinguals manage to nurture their languages across their lifespan, starting from childhood, through adolescence, through adulthood, in the most healthy way, is what I personally find most important. Because we can only benefit from our cognitive reserve gained through acquiring and learning multiple languages if we keep on using and learning them. Languages change constantly, and we never can learn all about a language. So now I'm curious about how and when did you learn your languages? Are you still learning new ones? And please let me know in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss my next videos. And if you are interested in knowing more about how to raise children with multiple languages, make sure to check out my academy. The link is in the description.